Since retiring from baseball, this former pitcher takes on an even bigger opponent, learning to live with autism. Jim Gott played in the pros for 13 years, 4 years with the Los Angeles Dodgers. When his career ended, he joined his wife Kathy to focus on their autistic son Danny and his future in the workplace.
1 in 150 children today are being diagnosed with autism, and these kids are growing up and they need jobs, they need to work. So the business model of Danny's Farm, the component of employing adults with developmental disabilities was built into the business model.
So we started really just as parents just anguishing, because it is a hard thing for all of our kids, typical or non-typical, what they're going to do when they're older, making good choices, all of these things. We started realizing what might be the best thing for Danny, and we better get on top of this because it happens fast. So Kathy and I just talking and the end of our day, I remember one time talking about what Danny loves, and we have millions of pictures since Danny was a little boy at every fair that we've ever been to. Danny only wanted to spend time in the petting zoo. Every family that we went over and spent time with, he was always with their animals. And so this is what we knew that Danny loved and felt comfortable with. And so this is how it worked for Danny.
It's called Danny's Farm.
And my dream is to inspire other families to harness what their children love to do and take that and create jobs and business opportunities for people with developmental disabilities. So that's our dream.
For Jim and Kathy, learning about autism has taken time.
It's a journey for sure. It's a process, and we grieved. We did go through all of those stages that are very healthy to go through. We were in shock, and we were in denial, and we were sad, and we were angry, and then we tried to figure it out, and whose fault is it, and and at some point, we made a conscious decision to accept this is what we have, and we not only accept it, I mean, we love our life. It has opened a world to us of, look around you. I mean, the most fantastic people of just pure love. And on every day, we have such an appreciation for such small things in life.
Although there is no specific reason why autism occurs, Jim Gott is not alone when it comes to professional athletes who have children with autism. Pros like Jim Kelly, Dan Marino, and Doug Flutie all have children who have been diagnosed. Is this just a coincidence, or could it be something more?
And I have my crazy theories, because I think I love our kids so much because I can relate to them. Autism is a spectrum disorder, so where does it start? And I share with my friends a lot of times that I'm not diagnosing people, but I played with a lot of guys that had OCD and ADHD and ADD, and I'm sure there's other disorders in there too. And you look at the little superstitious things that we say that we do, but I look at that as being a little bit obsessive compulsive, whether jumping over the line or wearing the same thing or you eating the same food or waking up and saying, it's just amazing.
In every sector of society, you're seeing these enormous increases, and I think it's just an example of how prevalent it is. It's just as prevalent amongst children of athletes as it is you go into the workplace.
Today is the first annual Pumpkin Festival at Danny's Farm, where all families in the community are here to support the cause and heighten awareness.
I say this from my heart. You can't stick these kids on a little yellow bus, and it's our community. This is our community. And we're a part of our community. We want our families, our children with special needs, we want them to be a part of our community, and we're here. And it's such a gift to see people, neighbors from all over, business people. There's just so many people here embracing this and sharing this and supporting us, and it's just a wonderful outpouring.
It's all about paying it forward, if you will, giving back. Jim remembers when one oh-so-famous ball player helped him along the way.
I've been so lucky, and my favorite story is that when I was playing for the Dodgers, I remember one time I was over on the strings in spring training and working, getting myself in shape, and all of a sudden I heard some man's voice behind me. It sounded like the voice of God from the sky saying, work on your stride, get your balance right, do all of these things, and I turned around and it was Sandy Koufax. And so I was so lucky that Sandy came out and took time with me, and he was there for a week. And each day he knew when I was on the strings and working on the side, and Ron Paranowski just stepped back and Sandy stepped in, and I still get chills right now talking about it. And it really impacted my life, not only from my athletic side and what I did for a living, but just to have Sandy Koufax talking to me about baseball and spending time with me was a joy.
And although baseball season is over for now, the Los Angeles Dodgers work year-round to support the cause.
And the Dodgers, you know what, Josh and the PR department, and from the McCourts all the way down, McCourts are very well aware of everything that we're doing here and have been so supportive.
Jim and Kathy love their life, and why not? They certainly have the right attitude.
We love his qualities about him. It's like saying, you know, let's take away his blue eyes or his brown hair. I mean, it's just part of who he is. And we push him, we give him every opportunity to succeed, but we also accept him completely for who he is.
I'm Maria Sorreo for RPV TV Sports.